Hello everyone, this is Satvik, and in this video we'll be discussing about a cool tool which is named as Kerbrute. So without getting any delay, let's dive into the video. Guys, first of all, really thank you for all your support. If you want to connect with me personally, you can check out my Twitter, and if you want to be part of this channel's community, you can check out my Discord. All the links are in the description below. And also guys, if you end up liking this video, make sure you like it and do share with your friends who are really interested in this stuff. And guys, the tool that we're going to discuss is Kerbrute. So this is like a brute forcing tool. So the features of this tool is like it can enumerate the users, and you can do a password spraying, or you can just brute force passwords for a normal user, a user of this Active Directory. And also you can have like a like blind brute force as well. So this is a cool tool. So like recently we done a live walkthrough of the attack to directory, and there we encountered this tool. So this is a really cool tool. So I'll leave the link for this in the description below. You can do check that out. So sometimes like I'll be showing you how you can use that. So the features are brute user. So if you find any username, you can brute force the password for that. You can simply do a brute force, like let us assume you don't know the username and the password. So you can do that blindly as well. And the password spray, for example, let us assume that you are doing a pen test and you found out a password like some kind of sticky notes kind of thing. So you can use the same password for all the valid accounts, and sometimes if you're lucky you can get the access. And the user enum, so it enumerates the users via Kerberos. So this tool works on Kerberos. So Kerberos is a kind of authentication. So if you don't know about Kerberos, I'll leave a good link for that, how the Kerberos authentication works. And we also covered a attack which is related to Active Directory itself, which is named as Kerberosting. Even there I explained how the Kerberos works. So if you want, you can go check that out there. So let's dive in. So the tool, I'm going to show this on my network. So this is my VM own network, home network kind of thing. So I have a Kali machine and I have like domain controller here. So so let me log in, and we'll start with the installation of this tool. And I'll show you a few attacks like this kind of modules. I'll show you how to use these modules and stuff. So once you open this repository, click on the releases here. So and in the releases you can find some couple of options here. Like you have like a lot of like things to choose. Like you have like Linux 386 as well as AMD 64. This is what we'll be downloading, and it is also available for like Windows 32-bit as well as the 64-bit one. So you can download it here, so it will work fine. So as we're working on Kali Linux, so I'm going to use this Kerbrute Linux AMD 64. Just right click over here and copy the link, or if you click over here it will just download into your machine. Anything is fine. Okay, so let me go back to my Kali machine and let me open the terminal, and let me enlarge this a little bit. So I have a directory here, so which is named which is this directory. So the reason why I'm using this directory is like some of the files which I'm going to use, okay, for the explanation or for the demo are available here. So I'll do let you know what them are, what are those. So how to do is this wget and just paste the URL that you copied. Okay, just hit enter and you can see it is going to be downloaded here. Okay, so this is like pretty simple thing. So let's wait till it's done. So it's like a small file itself, and that is it. Like you don't need that is how you download. Like you don't need to clone or do those stuff. Like you can simply download the release like a package. It is written in Go, so some of the people who might be interested, it is written in Go. So if you want, like you can clone everything and you can run it. Anything will be fine, anything is fine. So it is downloaded. If I do an ls here, so I have like a Kerbrute AMD 64. This is a binary, so you can do something like file Kerbrute, and you can see it is a Linux executable. Okay, so it is an executable Linux. So we need to give executable rights for this. So chmod +x and Kerbrute. Okay, so if I do an ls-la now, so now we can see it has executable rights for this binary. Okay, so let's run this. So /kerbrute -help. So ignore the past commands. So I've been using this tool for like so much time, so you can get some stuff. So the first option, whenever you're done with the installation, like if in order to know it whether it's installed properly or not, you can use a default option hyphen help, and you can see there are some commands, or these are like modules you can call: a brute force user, a help. So if you want to see the help, like password spray, and also the user name, and also the version, so anything works fine, okay, whatever you want. And there are some necessary flags. So this attack in this attack, or use this tool in order we enumerate on the Kerberos, right? So you can find the Kerberos on the domain controller. Okay, so in an Active Directory, if you do a like an nmap scan of a domain controller, you can see a port 88 is open. So port 88 refers to the Kerberos. You need to provide the IP address of the domain controller as well as the domain name. So the domain name of this thing. So that is how it works, pretty simple. So let's start with the module called as user enum. So this is what I use basically every time. So like /kerbrute. Okay, so we'll go with something like user enum, and you need to provide the domain controller IP. So I'll show you how you can find this out. So like this is in the same network, right? So I can do arp scan -l, and this is the IP address of my domain controller. So if you are doing this on a CTF kind of environment, you can find it there. Okay, so once you start the room, you can find the thing there. So just paste it. Okay, and use an option -d. Okay, so -d for domain name, so which is marvel.local. So this is like this lab I built from a TC by following the TCM's guide. So you can find it on YouTube. So if you want, you can do that. And here you need to in order to use this at a tool, you need to have some kind of dictionaries. So one dictionary should consist of like usernames, and one dictionary you can contain like some kind of passwords. So these are like some kind of dictionary based attack. This is what a dictionary based attack will be doing, not a brute force kind of thing. And also this tool doesn't support any brute force kind of thing. So you should definitely provide some kind of like a dictionary, and using that dictionary, this tool is going to brute force the stuff. So just hit enter. So you can see that it is finding up some information here like T star and stuff. And also guys, there is one limitation. So since I'm showing this on a lab, so I included all the users that are available in this domain controller into this file. But in real time, or some cases, like it might not always possible to find all the users, cause like ultimately if the username if the user who is available in the domain controller is available, if available in this list, then this tool can find this out. Okay, if the user is not available here, it may not find it out. So that's the catch. So like that's the kind of thing with brute force attacks, right? So that's the limitation. So like for the demonstration purpose, you can see that I have like valid users like T star, P Parker, F Castle, administrator, and also capital administrator and P Parker. So these are some users that are available in this domain controller, or in this Active Directory network. So the one more thing that you can do is like you can brute force a user. So let's remove some of these options. So the first one, you can do something like this. So let me open Kerbrute -help here. Like I'll open the help option, help menu here. You can see we are done with the user enum. So it enumerates the users via Kerberos. So the next one more thing is brute user. So let us assume we got a user like F Castle, for example, and we want to find out his password by doing some kind of a brute force attack. So you can use that option called like brute user. So this is like the thing. Control Shift V, and these options are like necessary, like DC and all this stuff. And at the end, what you need to provide here is, so I'll show you one second. So just paste it and -help. So if you want to see more options about of these modules, like you can add the module, and you can at the end you can add -help. You can see it is like the flags. You need to provide the password list and the username. So let's provide a password list, which I have here, and the username is fcastle. Okay, so it might be different one in the different cases. So there is like some issue with this thing. So I'll show you how it is. Like this is issue within my network itself. So I'll show you -v. I'll add an option -v. So -v is for verbose. So if I'll hit Control C here, like you can see this is not picking up properly. So if I go to the top here, so the password of this fcasl user is password 1, but you can see like if I enable the verbose, you can see like this issue is within my network, my active directory network itself. So there is some issue with the Kerberos, but you can see that fcasl at the rate marvel.local and the password is password 1. It is showing some kind of a kdc error. So as I told you, this error is within my network itself, but like if you're working on some like a proper network which doesn't have this kind of error, you will not see it. Or else like even though you are able to if you are doing the scan and if you find something like this, some kind of an error, like you can see this same kind of error for other stuff. So you can have a guess that the password of this fcasl user is password 1. Okay, this is like a pretty guess. Like you can see the same kind of error for other passwords or other stuff as well. So like this is a kind of error that you can find it out. Okay, so like even from the error itself, like this is a unique error, right? So from there you can you can have a conclusion like password 1. Like you can open a new tab, you can use evilwinrm or psexec, or you can do anything and you can use those credentials and you can test it out whether the password is like valid or not. Okay, so that is the thing, and that is how you brute force a user, guys. And there is one more option which is called as uh, so there is one more thing which I don't like, which I don't use. So it is called as brute force. So here in the brute force, what you need to do is like you need to mention something like this, like username, like if it is fcasl at the rate marvel.local and colon and all the possible password combinations. Like you can write a script for that, but like it is like blind brute force kind of thing, and I don't use this thing. So like how you can do that is pretty simple. So I'll show you how you can do that, but I'm not going to show this on this network because it is a time waste for me, so it takes a lot of time. You need to provide a user password file. Okay, so the file should consist of something like this: the username, which is like if suppose if it's fcasl at the rate marvel.local, and colon and the like possible password, like that might not be the password, like a possible password and something like that. Okay, like that, how many users are there, like you can create a bash script or something like that, and you can create a file and you can use that. Okay, so that is the thing. So if you want, you can try this out, but to be honest, I don't do this much. Okay, and one more valuable option that you can use is like in real time, this is what you can use, which is called as password spray. Like let us assume you got some kind of as I told you, like you got some kind of a password, like you don't know the username, and someone let us assume that you are doing some kind of a pen test and you are able to see some kind of a what you call, sorry, uh, like you were able to see something like a sticky notes where some password is written. And here what the case here is like you know the password but you don't know the username. So this is the scenario here. So the option how to use is also pretty simple, so I'll show you how you can do that. So just change the module name, which is password spray. Okay, so the module name is password spray, and here you need to you need to provide the usernames. Okay, and then you need to provide the password, so which is password 1 in my case. So this is a lab environment, right? So I'll hit enter and I'm going to hit control C. As I told you, the reason I used option verbose is like in order to see some stuff. So if I go to the top once again, let me go back to the top. So it and also guys, like you may not run this tool in the real life cause like this gives a lot of noise. And if there is any kind of like what you call, some kind of firewall or stuff like that, it will just catch this up. Okay, so this is going to be an error, like this is going to be like an issue. Okay, so like we are doing this attack, and if you can scroll down a little bit, so you can find some users here. So like as I told you, you will get the same error like once we did in the brute force user, right? So there we got an error. So same here also, it is not, you can see the same kind of error, and you can see for fcasl, you can see the password is password 1. It is showing me some kind of some Kerberos error. So it's the error from my side. But like see, if you're getting nothing, like if you enable this verbose, like you can see some kind of like possible information which may come up for you. And even for the administrator also, like the password is same. Okay, so that's the reason I'm trying to show you. But anyhow, okay, so like if you want to practice this tool against, and if you don't have any network, so there is a room called as Attack Directory on TryHackMe. You can go and you can check that out. So the Attack Directory, you can use this kind of tool against them, and you can try to like figure it out. Okay, so that is it guys, like how you can use this tool. So there are this good amount of options, and you also have an option for threats. By default it is 10, like you can reduce the count, okay, for 1 or 2. So if you're doing in a real time, so 10 is like pretty fast, okay, so it is going to create a lot of noise. And as I told you, if there is something like a snot or like IDS or IPS or some kind of like firewall, it is going to pick up and it is going to block your IP. So there is a good chance for that. Okay, so that is it guys, like this is how you can use pretty much. And if you want to add this thing, you can just move this particular binary from this location to user bin, and you can use this tool from anywhere. Okay, like you don't need to come to this location, like if it is like adding to the path kind of thing. So that is it guys for this video. So I'll leave all the links which are related for this video in the description below. You can do check them out from there. And if you end up liking this video, make sure you like it. And this is Satvik signing off. I'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.